Okay, we're going to talk about the digestive system, another review. Just want to make sure everybody understands what's happening. So you put your food in your mouth, and your food goes down and through your esophagus, and this is the esophagus. There's the word here, esophagus. And the esophagus is just the tube that leads from your mouth to your stomach. And then the food ends up in your stomach, okay? And the stomach, don't forget it's spelled stomach. It's that weird word, it's stomach. The food actually gets churned and swirled and swished around by the stomach. There's muscles in the stomach that squish it around and mix it with digestive juices. Now, one place where the digestive juices comes from is the pancreas, and that's that little tiny organ that's right beside the stomach. And the pancreas sends in juices that helps digest starches and proteins. Okay, proteins. And then there's the liver that sends in bile to the stomach. Extra bile is stored here in the gallbladder, but we don't need to know that. Let's just know that the liver sends bile into the stomach, and the liver digests fats. Okay, so any of your fatty foods like your chips or fried things, butter and bacon, all those delicious things, the liver helps us to digest those. And don't forget, starches are generally things that come from plants, like our breads, our pastas, rice, anything like that. Beans are starches. And proteins are generally things like meats and eggs, dairy products, that kind of thing. Okay, so the food heads down into the small intestine, and that's this structure here. And the reason it's called the small intestine is not because it's short, it's because it's thin. The tubes are thin. And the small intestine is where we absorb nutrients. Okay, so even though he's small, he does a very important job. He absorbs nutrients. And don't forget, we need to remember that the little guy goes first. So you remember that the small intestine is the first structure that exits the stomach. Then the food travels into the large intestine, which is this large sponge-like structure, and it does just what a sponge does. It absorbs water. Oops. And then once all of the water is absorbed, well, we have poop. And the poop goes here into your rectum, and that's the poop chute. And then it comes out of your anus, and that's the hole that is on the outside. That's the anus, and that's your butthole where the poo comes out. Okay, so we know that the food heads down through the esophagus and into the stomach, where it receives juices from the liver and the pancreas, heads into the small intestine, and the small intestine absorbs the nutrients that we need from our food, like the vitamins and minerals. And then the large intestine absorbs water, and then we excrete our waste as feces or poo through the rectum and anus. And that's it for digestive system.